All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. It's Friday, January 29th, 2021. This morning, we're going to talk about how to build a company that people want to work for. How do you do it? How do you build a company that people want to work for? We're going to talk about it. Let's get started.
It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, guys. Good morning. What's happening? And happy Friday to you. Man, we got a good topic for us this morning to dig into. We're going to talk about how to build a company that people actually want to work for. What an interesting concept, right? I think, far too often there are not enough companies out there that people even see that they might want to work for. And so I wanted to talk about that this morning and dig into, what does it take? What does it take to get people's attention and people to actually see your company in your community, in the business world, in your industry, so that other people are attracted to want to be working there. Want to say good morning to a couple folks here. As always, good morning, Tammy Clark. Thank you for being here. Ryan Austin, what's happening, man? Jared, good morning to you. Carla, Chris Filippelli, what's happening, guys? Randy, Pat, Doug, good morning to you guys too. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. If you could share this out to your pages, man, I would appreciate that. I think there's a lot of people that could learn, whether you're business owners or not business owners. You can learn how to build a company that people want to work for, regardless of what position you're in, right? It's everybody's responsibility to help build that culture and to build that business that people actually want to work for. So let's dig into some of the things that it takes to build a company that people want to work for. For me, I think about what it takes as an owner, as a CEO, to run a company that, people actually want to be part of. What does it take to make people, kind of draw them in, make them feel part of things? And I think that first of all, it starts with just very simply being super passionate about your mission and what you do, right? Being what I refer to as being an evangelist for your cause, being an evangelist for your industry and your company. And, so many leaders forget about that. They're so busy running the business, trying to keep it alive, trying to keep it moving forward, that they forget about, what is their actual mission? What is their cause? And they forget about the importance of always being passionate and uplifting and motivating and inspiring. So I think that's number one, is just being passionate about everything that you do, about your industry, your mission, and your company, and just being as excited as you can and constantly be sharing that message and preaching that message out to people. So that's number one. Number two, be able to describe the opportunity that's in front of people that might join your company, right? One of the things that I've gotten really good at over the years is showing people when they come into the company, when they're interviewing for a job or they're looking at joining our team, showing them what is possible, right? From the moment that I entered our industry, knowing nothing about what we do, to where I am today, like what that looked like and what's possible if you do everything that you're capable of doing, right? If I have a high level of confidence in the person I'm talking to, I'm going to lay out what that looks like and how that can change their life, how it can change their families' lives. It is a really important thing to be able to describe that opportunity and what that journey looks like. So as an owner or a leader within your company, or somebody within your company that's going to be recruiting people, think about that, right? Think about, how are you actually describing what it's going to look like to work for your company? What kind of perspective are you able to provide to those people who might be looking to join your company? And would you be excited about that opportunity if you heard what you were telling them, right? If you say, yeah, man, it's a great team. Well, that's one part, but that doesn't fill everybody's buckets, right? If you can lay out the fact of what the culture of the company looks like, and you're a great storyteller with regard to that, You can also lay out kind of what a day or a week in the life looks like. And then you can describe what it looks like down the road. If these people stay committed and they help grow the company, what does that actually look like? And if you're an owner, definitely let people know what your intentions are as far as how to reward them. What does it look like if they help you build your company? What is the return for them? Because I think it's really important for them to feel part of that, right? Not to be an employee, but to feel equal, to feel part of, what is being built. And when people really attach to that, magic happens, man. It is incredible what you can do as a team when everybody feels that energy, feels that culture, and feels part of what you're doing. The third thing that I wrote down here is always be hiring. So if you want to build a company that people want to be part of, man, when there is an absolute rock star standing in your business wanting to be part of it, you find a place for the right people. And this is something that I've talked a lot about recently, because I think that, given 2020 and everything that happened, there's a lot of great people out there that are looking for places to land. And so in our company, we look for the right people, the right values. Do they fit into our culture? And if those things are all yeses, man, we will bring them in and we will find a place, even if, that specific skill set we don't have anything for right now, man. If you get the right person with the right energy, the right passion, the right values, and they fit great into your culture, you find a place for that person. You just bring them in and you figure out where to put them, because winners win, right? And so we want to bring those winners into our businesses. And, that is, again, winners attract more winners. So how do you build a company that people want to be part of? That is how you do it. You create a team of winners, a team of people who are going to lift each other up and motivate and inspire each other. And the next thing you know, you got people lined up at the door wanting to be part of that. So the next thing on my list here is be extremely clear about who you are as a company, right? Have a crystal clear identity as to who you are, right? One of the things that I often say is that social media makes this pretty easy for us, right? If we just put ourselves out there on social media, and we're consistent with that, people can actually see who we are, right? They don't have to guess as to who we are. And I often say this, I would hope that nobody that's a negative person would follow me on social media and then want to come work for our company, because I would probably not make them very happy, right? I'm a pretty positive person. And I'm not really attracted to negativity at all, right? I don't do well with it. And so if people follow me on social media, I think that they would see a clear identity of who I am, and that cascades into the values of our company and kind of how everybody in our company functions for the most part. So be extremely clear about who you are as a company. Have a crystal clear identity. One of the things that we have as a company, on the business side, like how do we do business with customers? We actually have a who we are kind of statement that says, like, this is who we are, and this is how we function, and this is what we stand for, and this is how we try to serve our customers. So if you don't have that as a company, I would strongly encourage you to look into that and create one. Like, who do you actually want to be? And so that puts something up on the wall. It puts something in the hands of the people that work for your company that they can look at and say, like, this is who we are, right? And even when things aren't exactly right, this is how we're going to handle things. This is how we're going to serve our customers. So that who we are statement is really important, and being crystal clear about who you are as a company and who you expect other people that are within the organization to be is really, really important. Not much more important than identifying who you are as a company and what culture you want to be exemplifying. Next, have a culture that people are actually attracted to, right? So what are the characteristics of the things that people are attracted to within a company culture? By all means, you guys can drop some suggestions down in the comments here. What are the things about a company culture that people are actually attracted to? I can tell you what I looked for in my career when I was looking for places to be. I looked for a place that was positive, a place that was growing, so a place that had big goals, a place that was going to provide training, a place that was going to focus on growth and motivation, a place that was going to hire and fire based on values, right? That they were going to be patient about helping people and training people, but they were never going to be flexible on values, right? Spencer says an owner being present, 100%, man. It is without a doubt. And that's not just present in the office, but present and connected and constantly, again, being an evangelist for their own cause. Like, where are we going, right? Let's set a clear path of where we're going, and always pushing people, right? That was something I was looking for, is a culture where the people and the leaders around me, they were always going to be pushing, right? There had to be a standard of excellence, or I really didn't want to be part of it. And the places that I ended up feeling uncomfortable or feel like I didn't belong throughout my life, those things eventually didn't line up, right? Or maybe I thought that was the case and it didn't end up being some of those things. They weren't positive. They weren't motivating. They weren't focused on growth. They didn't have big goals. And they didn't have a standard of excellence in some cases, right? So if you find yourself not aligned with those things, man, I can't tell you how good it feels to be in a place that has those things that align with your values. So constantly be in search of that. If you are an employee looking for a place, because there is somebody out there that's building a company that you do want to be part of, that does have these things. And hopefully for some of you watching, maybe that's our company. Maybe it's the Pavement Group. And you guys, as you continue to watch our growth, man, if you ever want to be part of it, by all means, reach out and connect with me, because we're growing like crazy and we're always looking for incredible people to be part of our team. Last but not least, and I think this goes with Spencer's comment, be who you say you are, right? As a leader, as a person on the team, as an owner, you have to be who you say you are. You know, there is not much worse in the world than working for someone that doesn't live up to what they say, right? Your words have to match your actions as an owner, as a leader, and your people have to know that you're leaving it all on the field, right? That you are going all in to do the things that you told them were going to happen when you hired them, or that when you told them what were going to happen when they came on board. If you're not doing things every single day to push the ball down the field in that direction, then people are going to question whether or not this is the place that they want to be working. I can't tell you how many times I've seen, companies have a great advertisement with regard to, how they are supposed to be or what they want to put out there that they are. But when people arrive there, it feels like a little bit different situation. And so you got to realize, one of the things that I try to live by is, you are literally creating a place that someone lives, right? They actually live within your company. And so their families and their environment and all the people that they care about are impacted by that culture, by who you are every single day, by who your company becomes as a result of how everybody within the company behaves and acts. Those things affect a lot of people, right? Because if we don't have a company that people want to be part of, then people go home not as happy as they should be. And so for us, one of the things that we always say is our jobs, we pave parking lots. Sure. We work with property and facility managers to do that. But our jobs are actually to get those property and facility managers home with peace of mind and a higher level of happiness than they would with any other contractor. The same is true for what we try to do with our employees, right? We try to make sure that our employees are going home to their families energized and inspired and in a good mood, not feeling like, man, I got to go back to work tomorrow, right? And so we try to create that environment that genuinely inspires people, that regardless of how long they stay at our company, and hopefully they stay forever, but if they don't stay forever, we leave them better than we found them, right? And that is, it's a critical part of building a business, and especially, building a business that people actually want to be part of, that they're attracted to. It takes consistency in those areas to be able to do that. It's not an easy thing to do, especially when crazy things happen, right? When in 2020, when everything started to go sideways, that's a huge indicator as to what a company really stands for. One of the things that you'll hear me say often is everybody and every company has values until it's going to cost them some money, or until it's going to cost them some time, or until it's going to cost them something that they don't like, right? If they have to do something that they don't like, then you'll see what they really stand for. Are those really their values, or is it just something that they say? And so I want to run back through the list real quick here to finish the show. Be passionate about your mission. Be evangelical about your cause, about your mission, about your industry. What you stand for is important, and you have to be evangelical about it. You have to constantly be talking about it. Be able to describe the opportunity of what it's like to work for your company, not just the culture and what it's like to be there every day, but what is it like in the future if they do really well. Always be hiring. Find a seat for the right people. If those people have incredible values, they're very motivated, they're very coachable, find a seat for them. Bring them in and figure out what to do with them, because great people are really hard to find, and they're very special when you plug them into your company. Hire for values and culture, not for skill. Find the right human beings. Find those people that are going to mesh well with the people on your team, that are going to elevate the performance of everybody around them. And you can teach skill. You can teach the things that you do, but it's very difficult to teach values and culture, almost impossible. Be extremely clear about who you are as a company. Have a who we are statement, right? Define it for people. Put it on the wall so that people understand exactly who you are. Have a culture that people are attracted to, one that's positive, motivating, one that's focused on growth, one that provides exceptional training. And most importantly, be a company that has big goals and is growing all the time. Last but not least, be who you say you are, man. There's nothing worse than working for a person that says one thing and does another, or even being around those people, right? So I hope that list was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys have an awesome Friday. And as I always say on Fridays, man, do not go out like a mouse today. I got a full day, man. I just wrote down my schedule this morning. I was like, man, I got a lot of calls today, and we are leaving for vacation as soon as the day is over. So, man, it's going to feel good to get out with the family and get on vacation. We're headed down to Florida to get out and get on vacation after a full productive day that goes to the buzzer, man, to the whistle. So I hope you guys do the same. Make sure that you are productive this Friday. Run the math on this for me today. Think about if you leave an hour early every single Friday, man. Just think about it. If you leave an hour early, or you take an hour, that's not so productive on Friday, that adds up to 52 hours. That's over a week of work in a year that someone that is super productive and super disciplined is going to lap you with. Just by being productive and doing what they're supposed to do. So keep that in mind this Friday. Go out like a lion. Don't go out like a mouse. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you again Monday morning. I'll be coming to you live from Florida this Monday morning from Fort Lauderdale. So if any of you guys are in and around Fort Lauderdale, I'd love to connect with you. I'll be there all week next week and part of the following week for our company meeting. But if any of you guys are down and around the Fort Lauderdale area, hit me up, and I'd love to connect with you. I'll see you guys Monday morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. Love you guys.